Breaking. Donald Trump just said, we have completed the very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, 4 down, Natanz and Isfahan. All aircraft are now out of Iranian space. A full load of bombs was dropped on the main site Fordow. All aircraft are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. No other military in the world could have done this. Now is the time for peace. What the President Trump announces the U.S. has bombed Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan in Iran. He calls it successful and says U.S. planes are outside of Iranian space. Now is the time for peace, he writes. Dude, the peace president does it again? What do you mean? What do you mean the peace president? We just bombed a foreign nation. What the do you mean, peace president? We have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iranian airspace. A full payload of bombs were dropped on the primary site, Fordow. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There's not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. What are the other bombers doing today? What do you mean? They're probably coming in because of a potential retaliation, which might come.
One day saying that we have completed our very successful attack.
Chatters. This is one day of traffic in the Strait of Hormuz. Oil tankers, cargo vessels. It is a tremendously important choke point that Iran stated they would start mining if they were attacked. The calculation here is simple. As I said, either the Trump generals are correct and Iran will behave in the same way that they did after the Qasem Soleimani assassination, but this is a severe escalation beyond that. This is exactly what Israel did to the Palestinians for 75 years, basically, not in the same severity, obviously, but like this is a show of force that says you will not negotiate with us. We will not negotiate with you as even partners. We are here to dominate you. Just as the Abraham Accords basically proved to the Palestinian population that there was no other way out of this, that they were backed into a corner and they had to fight their way out of it. This is another escalation from the American government and the Israeli government that their goal here is complete subservience from the Iranian government. They are no longer a sovereign nation from this point on, is basically what they are saying. They have their airspace. They've used the diplomatic talks
get to the depth
as a cover, as a protective cover
that facility
to basically blow up these facilities. Now, we don't know. We don't know if they actually were successful, but heavy GPS jamming and disruptions are being recorded right now throughout Iran and across other areas of the Middle East, likely part of tonight's U.S. strikes against Iranian nuclear facilities, as well as the preparations for a possible response by Iran. From Phil Stewart, national security reporter for Reuters, U.S. B-2 bombers were involved in strikes on Iran's nuclear sites. U.S. official tells Reuters. This is the liberal media talking about this, by the way. Here's an Iranian journalist an hour ago. At least 2 explosions heard in Qom. I'm in a clubhouse room right now, and there are a bunch of people living in the city of Qom, closest to Fordow. They're saying that they haven't heard anything. Breaking. Iranian media claimed that the U.S. targeted Fordow with dozens of bunker-busting munitions. Israeli media state that B-2 bombers dropped GBU-57s. No confirmation of the extent of the damage. Holy dude, what an insane situation. I cannot believe that we are... I mean, given how stupid things are, of course it is expected that this would unfold in real time